This is Anthony Richardson, and you're listening to RosterWatch.
This is AJ Brown, and you're listening to RosterWatch.
This is Josh Allen, and you're listening to RosterWatch.
Yes, never later, never better. We are here. It's Sunday. I meant to update the schedule of the show to 10 o'clock Eastern time this weekend and not 9 o'clock because I'm going to test out 10 o'clock versus 9 o'clock. I apologize to everybody. It's my mistake. And then, of course, 10 o'clock comes around and I'm forgetting that I didn't get a coffee. It's National Coffee Day, so I instead just grabbed my little Alani out of the refrigerator. But it's a good morning. It's week 4. We're here. Long night of college football last night. I think Oregon, that game felt like it was on until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, finally got to bed, finally got up. Here we are. I apologize to those in the chat that, have been here for a minute waiting. If you did wait, shout out to you. Remember to go over to RosterWatch.com if you want to get those week 4 rankings. You get the rankings every single week. A number of DFS tools that I've won on each of the first 3 weeks. I don't go big dollar into this stuff. I play smaller league cash games. I've won every week. And the tools that Alex is building over there are phenomenal and they work. You just have to know how to navigate and do things that you like within the tool. Rankings, matchup tools, all the stuff over at rosterwatch.com. Also, click that like button, click subscribe if you are here on the YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Let's start at the top here. Again, I don't know how long these chats have been in here, but I'm going to answer them anyway. GP Revival says, yesterday I traded for Pacheco. Traded for Pacheco the day before he got hurt. Now starting ETN and either Gibson or Emmanuel Wilson. Is Cordero Patterson better to start than those options? Would you drop Benson for him in a 14-team league? Traded Pacheco. Okay, so now he's starting ETN, either Gibson or Emmanuel Wilson. I would personally start Emmanuel Wilson against the Vikings defense. Emmanuel Wilson's got big playability, a guy that can have, take 6 or 8 carries and end up with 60 and potentially a touchdown. We've seen that. Gibson playing a very good 49ers defense. I think I would lean Wilson, but there's always upside with Gibson in the receiving game. Is Cordero better start than those options? No. He's also been on the injury report this past week, as well as Warren, as well as Najee was as well. But I think Najee's going to get the full majority workload here. Cordero's fine. Would you drop Benson for him? No. I thought that said, would you drop him for Benson? I would keep Benson. I prefer Benson in that situation. B. Ollie, what's going on, brother? He says Geno or Love. So Love's an interesting one that I have supreme confidence in Love this week. I'll tell you exactly. I think I have these guys back to back in my rankings this week. Let's see here. Love I have at 16 and Geno I have at 15. So I have them back to back. I have Geno just a touch ahead. I think that Monday night game, Seattle and Detroit, has the game totals went over 75 in 3 of the last 4 matchups or something like this. I think that's a number, maybe 71. Regardless, I think it's a great matchup for both Seattle and Detroit. That game, I wish that was a Sunday game, and then that Washington-Arizona game, man, I'm excited to watch these ones and just see how many points these guys can run up. Bialy, another one, he says, Jacoby Myers or Brian Thomas. Jacoby Myers actually just made a pretty bullish move on. I'm very bullish in comparison to Trashman and Alex. I have Jacoby Myers at wide receiver 30 and Brian Thomas at wide receiver 36. But if you look at what Trashman and Alex have and the consensus, they both have Thomas 10 spots, and Alex is 10 spots higher on Brian Thomas. Trashman's 19 spots higher on Brian Thomas. And the model is 7 spots higher on Brian Thomas. But again, with no Devontae Adams, I bumped Jacoby Myers up quite a bit. We've seen Jacoby Myers able to win this situation. Am I a touch high? Maybe, but I do still prefer him over Brian Thomas. Bialy. Corey Jr., need one until Cup is back. I cut my lip. Need one until PPR and Cup gets back. Roshan, Dobbs, or Michael Wilson. I'm playing Dobbs this week. I think his prop is at 41.5 or something. I like Dobbs this week with Love back. I know Watson's gotten some work with Malik Willis, but I'm going Dobbs this week. And Roshan's one, if you're asking until it gets back, as in the waiver wire, you're adding one of these guys. I probably have Dobbs a touch higher than Roshan, But Roshan, like we're going to learn this week what Roshan is. So if you don't have to start Dobbs this week, just grab Roshan and just see and have that be your hold for the weekend. Waddle or Addison. Well, I think this is Waddle for me. I'm not that bullish on Addison at the current stage. Addison I have at 43. Waddle I have at the top 30 play this week. I'm not bullish on Addison yet. I still believe that they're going to play Naylor quite a bit in this offense. So we'll see what the Addison stuff looks like. And of course, everybody knows how good Jefferson is against Jair Alexander. Jonathan Santiago, what up? Chasing upside this week. Need to start 2 full PPR, 1 point for first downs. Myers, JSN, Dobbins, Roshan, 1 point for first downs. I'm going Myers here. Great question. Matt Cassidy, what's going on, brother? Good morning. We taking W's here this week. Roster Watch Nation. We are a nation. A lot of questions here from Matt Cassidy. I'm going to roll through them here. Full PPR, select one. Adunze, J-Mo, Keon, Coleman, or Worthy. I mean, it sounds to me like you got I hope this is Dynasty, and I hope this is a pretty sick team I think you got here. So Adunze, I got at 25. And Worthy would be I think those are the two highest. Adunze got 25, J-Mo 33, and Worthy 47. So Adunze is my number one here. Matt Cassidy, appreciate you tapping in. Matt Cassidy, another one, full PPR, half point per rush attempt. Flex DJ, Michael Pittman, Juwan Jennings, or Roshan, or go deep and play Hunt. Half point per rush attempt. So you're going to get a bonus, probably 6 points if he gets 12 carries, 7 points if he gets 14 carries. So it's basically a touchdown. I think you play Roshan. I love the half point per rush attempt. That's interesting. With that considered, I think you go Roshan here. Yeah. Pittman hasn't done enough. Jennings, I think, regresses down a little bit, or quite a bit, I should say, with Debo playing. And I think Ayuk's actually still in the doghouse, but I still believe that Juwan Jennings comes way back down to earth. Flex DJ Moore. DJ Moore versus Roshan is interesting, but the fact that you get a half point per rush attempt tells me I think you take the difference. Because DJ would have to go probably 6 for 80. That's 14 points. If he gets touchdowns, 20. Roshan, all he has to do is go 14 carries, 65 yards. That's 13 receiving work. I think you take Roshan for the floor. Roshan's a floor and ceiling right there. Last couple here: Standard Frymouth, or Parkinson Frymouth, 100%. And then Jennings, J-Mo, Hunt, Romeo, Whittington. Jennings and J-Mo. Alex K, what's going on? PPR, Shaheed versus Atlanta or Shakir against Baltimore. Which QB? AR versus Pittsburgh, Love, Minnesota, or Cousins, New Orleans? First off, a receiver here. I think you're going to go ahead and you're going to run up Shakir. Shakir's got a top 5 matchup on the matchup tool. We love Shakir this week. The thing with Shaheed that's making me tough is that it's the supreme output is coming with a supreme volatility. Like we saw it last week with the goose egg. You can't eat goose eggs. Like they need to get this offense. I mean, I think the offense is in a good spot. It just needs to be more consistent with that role. They need to find more ways to get him the ball before I can believe that. I'm going to trust Josh Allen here to get Shakir the ball. And then for the quarterback position, you got Richardson, you got Love. I really dropped Richardson, unfortunately. Like, I mean, he just is not playing good football right now. So I really dropped Richardson this week. I got him at quarterback 17. He's got the toughest matchup using the RosterWatch matchup tool over RosterWatch.com. And then you have Love and Cousins. And for me, Love, as much as like he's one spot ahead of Richardson, and then Cousins is like 23rd overall. So for me, it's Love by one spot of Richardson. You're not going to get any rushing out of Love, though. If you do, it's going to be minimal. That's the one thing you have to eat. But I do think that this game's going to be just fine for the Packers in Green Bay. I'm going to go Love here. and then Shakir. Big Meech, what's going on in the chat? Appreciate you tapping in this morning. Appreciate everybody tapping in this morning. Half PPR, Zach Moss, Shakir, Jacobs, London. Well, 100% on Jacobs. And then on London, for me, it's London v. Moss. London is right there. Where is Moss? Moss is one spot behind Jacobs. I'm going to go Moss and Jacobs, actually, here for half PPR. Best of luck, Big Meech. Appreciate you tapping in. One more from Big Meech here. He's got the dog himself, Braylon Allen, Cam Akers, Madison, and Roshan. I'm starting Brees as RB1. Who is his RB2? Your RB2 this week, I think it has to be Roshan. They said they're going to try and make a point to see what Roshan is, give him an opportunity. We've been waiting for this opportunity for a year and a half now. He's banged up last year. He's been banged up this year. And now with Swift looking inefficient, like we had to take them at their word. I think if you don't do this, you have to play Braylon with Brees, which sounds maniacal, but I would do that. But I think you're playing Roshan. I have Roshan ranked appropriately for this question. Derek Binstock, PPR, Bucky Irving, who's been on the injury report, Roshan Johnson or Cordell Patterson, who's been on the injury report. I tend to lean Bucky here, but he's been on the injury report this week. It sounds like he's going to play. Let me double check and make sure that the last practice report. So I did check it last night when I updated my ranks. Let me make sure. Bucky, hamstring. He did get limited in on Friday. It was a DMP on Thursday, limited yesterday. So I'm assuming he's going to get work. What I'm afraid of is that potentially they have more work built in for Sean Tucker, and maybe this is a game where Rachaad White can get right. So I have a little bit of worry there. It is Philly. I think you got to go Roshan here. As far as the rankings go and how I have him exactly ranked, Roshan I have 6 spots ahead of Bucky Irving, 31 versus 37. So there's your answer to that. Roshan is, I think, if I had more health knowledge and like a belief in Bucky, I would play Bucky, but I just don't believe it. Chuba or Christian Kirk. Chuba, of course, gets the Cincinnati Bengals this week. It's a middling matchup, and Christian Kirk, who's coming off a 10-target game, we're expecting this thing to double down. For me, he's not even a wide receiver 3 in my rankings. I just don't know if I can believe it. This Jacksonville team looks in disarray. They lose here. This thing completely just get messy. So for those reasons, I'm going to go Chuba. What are your expectations for Olave if he plays? Would you start Ridley over him? Well, I mean, the expectations is if he plays, you play. If he plays, you play. And that's just kind of what it is. So if he's active, you're playing him. He's a top 13 option. I have him 13th overall. I should say top 13, top 12 option, but I have him 13th overall. So I'm just going to lean with that and say, if he plays, you play. That's my new rule. So there it is. Big Meech. Best of luck. Half PPR, Higgins, Shakir, Rachaad White. Higgins and Shakir for me. Big Meech. Best of luck. Derek Binstock, what's going on, brother? Kirk Cousins or Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson by 4 spots or 4 or 5 spots in my rankings. Big Meech, do you consider Minnesota in every week defense? The thing I do to a certain extent in that, like this week, you're going to be able to play them. I mean, they're averaging, like, what are they averaging? Like 16 fantasy points a game or something maniacal like that. I want to say, like, I think that might be their DraftKings average. But when you look at their schedule, it's interesting. Like, Green Bay is a team that you can expect to score 27 points. The Jets next week, it said that, was it in Germany or if that is in Europe? I can't remember which place that's in. The Jets is going to be a good matchup, but I still expect the Jets to score north of 20. They go to bye Detroit, the Rams. Like, I potentially would stay away from them for a couple of weeks. Like, it's a good defense, but I mean, you also have an amazing run in the second half of the season. Rams, Colts, Jags, Titans, Bears. I don't know what the Cardinals are going to look like in week 13. Falcons, Bears. Like, it's a good run to the back end, but like these next couple of weeks, I potentially am. But again, what have they done to the Niners and Houston the last 2 weeks? So, I'm iffy about it. I also this is like the only team in sports that I carry a little bit of bias towards in like my fandom foresight, which is like not in like my takes, like my rankings and stuff, but like when you ask a question like this one, I'm like, oh, is this a dependable defense? Is this like my team instinct comes in and I'm like, like you have to realize I've gotten 20 years of pain under my belt from this goddamn team. So I think internally, yes, they are. But these matchups against like the Packers and Rodgers and the Lions, they do make me a little hesitant. Isaiah Likely or T. Conk, the big boy, the former Viking, Tyler Conklin, playing tight end out there for the one and only Aaron Rodgers in New York. Let's see. I got these guys 12 and 13th overall. I knew it was close. 12 and 13th overall, Likely one spot ahead of Conklin. Steel Bill, should I drop Christian Watson and pick up Brian Thomas? Yes. Richard Drost, London or Higgins? I think I have London by, maybe not. Am I wrong here? Yeah, I got London by 6 spots. London by 6 spots here against New Orleans. Is the big dog on the show? The big dog is in the show. Yes, Jeff D'Agostino, I am late. I was late. We are late, but we are here. Look at this. I'm now catching up to when I joined. That's awesome. Yes, we're here. Good morning, Aaron Jones, Garrett Wilson in my flex. First problem here. Aaron Jones, Garrett Wilson in my flex. Well, brother, I believe you're playing Garrett Wilson today. Let me double check my Aaron Jones vis-a-vis. Actually, I might be lying to you. No, we're going Aaron Jones. I'm wrong. We're going Aaron Jones here. I totally blanked that they're playing Denver today. Yeah, we're playing Aaron Jones. My bad on that, John. Aaron Jones over Garrett Wilson. Reynaldo Rincon, Jerome Ford, or Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin. Give me what I saw last week from Jaden Daniels. I think this game is a shootout. I want to play as many people in this Washington-Arizona game as I humanly possibly can in every format of fantasy football today. Dynasty dumpster fire, pick 2 PPR. Cooper, Deontay, ETN. Last week, you're all welcome. I mean, I was asked this Cooper question 100 times, and we just kept beating around the bush telling you, don't play him. Wink, wink. And what happened with Cooper? He finally showed up and played some football. This week, he gets the mini revenge game against the Raiders. I'm interested in it. Deontay gets the all-time bounce back. He had 122 yards last week, the all-time best game he's ever had in his career. And then ETN, who we haven't seen a squat diddly from this year. Seems like ETN's potentially the guy that's due on the comeback, I guess you'd say. I generally would play ETN here, but I just haven't seen enough from him throughout the season to like really believe that a game like this, the script couldn't go sideways. He's got 4 targets per game, 15 touches per game. But with Cooper and Deontay right now, I think you're getting a pretty solid ceiling. And as far as a floor goes with Cooper, it's fucking 2 points. But I think you're playing both Cooper and Deontay here. Aaron Moyer, flex Waddle or Roschon, half PPR. I think you go Roschon here. I understand, I like Waddle this week. I just don't love him. My hope is that Huntley gets these guys back together. I think they will. We took Dolphins in Circa this week. We believe it's going to happen for Miami against Tennessee. Alex Steele, full PPR, start 2. Flowers, Reed, Cooper, Ayuk, or Deontay Johnson. Well, Ayuk is in Shanahan's doghouse, I would say. Mini doghouse again. Cooper, Reed, Flowers, Deontay. I just told you I like Deontay and Cooper. Let me look where I have because Flowers is, this Flowers thing, the way the year started versus the way where the year is right now for Flowers is a little bewildering and a little annoying. So look at this here. I'll just read you my rankings purely off. Ready? Amari Cooper, 17, because these are questions that people have asked the last 5 minutes. All these players. Amari Cooper, 17. Drake London, 18. Deontay Johnson, 19. Zay Flowers, 20. Terry McLaurin, 21. Jaden Reed, 22. Rashid Shaheed, 23. T. Higgins, 24. There you go. So Flowers, Reed, Cooper, Ayuk, Deontay. That would put Cooper and Deontay at the top of that list, I believe, if my math tells me I'm right, which it does. The Tech Knight, Adunze, Waddle, or Jennings, 10-team PPR. Adunze, Waddle, or Jennings is going to tell me Adunze is up here. Waddle is, I think he's in a different lake. No, he's not. He's 2 spots behind him. I am just blind. And then Jennings I have down here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and ride with Adunze. That's my guy. Tech Knight, best of luck. Let's get spitting here. Jets or Niners on defense. Jets or Niners on defense. I mean, how can you not go Niners against the Patriots, right? I mean, you get them against Patriots this week, but then they do have a couple of more high-powered offenses the next couple of weeks. As far as what you're looking forward to with the Jets have Minnesota next week after Broncos this week. I think I'd probably lean Jets because you get 2 weeks out of them. I think, in my opinion, I would play the Jets against the Vikings. But if you're the Niners, you also get Jacoby Brissett in what could potentially be his last game. So I'm playing the one game where we just saw the Jets beat them 24-3. I think the Niners can probably do the same thing. They have a similar defensive scheme. Niners are at home. New England's on the road again. I think you just ride Niners if you have an actual option. Rue, best of luck. Jameson Williams, Worthy or Ridley, much appreciated by man. RosterWatch Nation for life, brother. Half PBR. JMO is the answer. I love this one. JMO is the answer. Appreciate you guys all tapping in. Please click that like button. Please click subscribe. Just know that we are live every single week, 4 times a week. Tuesdays, the Waiver Wire Show. Wednesdays, the Circa Millions picks. So Wednesday, usually for the Waiver Wire Show. Tuesday's the Waiver Wire Show at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Wednesday at about 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we do the Circa Millions cast. Saturday, right after the SiriusXM show at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll do the Underdog Pick'em show, which you can find over on the RosterWatch YouTube channel. That show was up last night. Me and Alex did that. It was just a 10-minute get in, get out. On the season, we're 58%, so we're winning. We got a great rate this year, 58% through 3 weeks. And then today we do the start sit show. So remember, stay tapped in, stay tuned in to everything on rosterwatch.com. I appreciate you, and we love you for doing it on a weekly basis. You are the real ones. You are the reason that we're able to do what we do, travel throughout the year, cover the sport every week, do all the things we love to do. We are a nation at RosterWatch. Devonta Smith is out. Worthy, Jennings, Trey Tucker, or Dotson. Fuck. F, man. F this situation. I'll be honest with you. I have Johnny Wilson ranked higher than Jahan Dotson this week for the Philadelphia Eagles receiving room. I put Johnny Wilson ahead of him. I do a show called Undercover Ops. I've done it for 5 years. I do it over on the South Harmon Fantasy Football channel. It's something that I originated when I was a player profiler. Undercover Ops came out on Wednesday or Thursday morning at the crack of dawn over at South Harmon Fantasy Football. You can go check that out. And I talked about the dichotomy of the wide receiver room in Philadelphia. And with both of these guys out, it's interesting. And it's going to be tough to navigate the waters of Philadelphia outside of knowing Goddard's going to get his, knowing Saquon's going to get his. Who's going to be that third piece in this offense that gets any type of work? Last week, we saw Jahan Dotson run 90% of routes, gets 4% of targets, 4% target share. 6% target share on a 90% of routes. Britton Covey's been banged up. He had 11% of routes, got hurt, 3% target share. Paris Campbell, 60%, 6% target share. And the guy that has the best ratio of all of them is Johnny Wilson, who ran 31% of routes, which is an upstick of 14% from the week before. And he had a 6% target share. Again, Johnny Wilson is 6'7", 230 pounds to wide receiver position, and outproduced Keon Coleman from a yards per route run perspective at Florida State. I think Johnny Wilson's a guy in this situation. I know Dotson's nice. I love Dotson, but I don't know what to do with Dotson. I'm scared to play him, scared to touch him. 2 months ago, they told us it was Paris Campbell versus John Ross for this number 3 spot in the offense, the slot spot. Then they went out and got Jahan Dotson. So I assume Jahan Dotson's ahead of Paris Campbell in that pecking order. But then I also kind of feel like Johnny Wilson's probably the guy that they should put You know, they need to use Johnny. I don't know. I think this whole fucking wide receiver room is messed up. So I'm going to stay away from Dotson, point blank. Worthy, Jennings, Trey Tucker. Worthy is the Chargers. For me, the Trey Tucker thing, I love me some Trey Tucker, but Trey Tucker is going to take multiple weeks for you to really get a consistent. So I nicknamed the guy Mr. Consistency at the Senior Bowl because he's awesome. From the Senior Bowl from Cincinnati, he's a guy that worked against Sauce Gardner every single day in practice in college. They loved competing against each other. Trey is a super talented receiver, but he's just smaller. And it's going to be tougher, I think, for us to get a consistent piece in fantasy. It's like Calvin Austin, right? Calvin Austin's given us a big game last week, but what are we going to expect from that going forward? So for me, it's between Jennings and Worthy. Jennings, I currently have wide receiver 35 this week. I know it's a bit low. The model has him at 10, but the model has him high because, for obvious reasons, because of the game last week. Worthy, I have a 47. So technically, I'm higher on Jennings than I am of Worthy, which kind of surprises me. Looks like Trashman and Alex are higher on Worthy than I am. Let's see how they have him compared to Jennings. Where's Jennings here on this list? I just freaking looked at him. There he is. Somehow that name just melts in. All right, so Trashman and Alex both have Jennings 7 and 8 spots ahead of Worthy. I'm just a little bit lower on both than they are. So Jennings is the move here, Nate. That was maybe the longest answer I'll give all show, but I appreciate you tapping in and asking the question. Full PPR need to Evans, Olave, Shakir, Kirk. Evans and Olave. The question earlier was asked if Olave plays, blah, 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 blah. If Olave doesn't play, you go Shakir. But I'm going to go Evans and Olave here. Debo, Addison, or Rome. I think I got Debo in this one. I just updated his rank last night. I plugged him in as wide receiver 29, and Alex has him as wide receiver 15. So I have him right next to Romeo Dobbs. Romeo Dobbs. He's right in this range. I like the Rome. You didn't say Rome. Yeah, you did. You said Rome. I like the Rome matchup better. I have Rome ranked 3 spots higher than Debo. It's a very good question. I'm going to go Rome here. We saw it last week with Caleb Williams. I think Chicago wins this game against the Rams. I'm going Rome Odunze here for a double down of an 80-plus yard game from our sensational rookie, Rome Odunze. Joseph Park, need a quarterback. Should I trade Akers for Baker? Wait, what? Should I trade Cam Akers for Baker and Odunze? Oh, yes. 100,000% yes. 100 times yes. Trade Cam, get Baker and Odunze. 100 times yes. Please do it. Yes. Tomorrow, yesterday, already, 10 times today. Impossible. I think. Half point PPR, need 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 2 flex. Here's a long one coming in here. Jefferson, James Cook, Kyron, Chuba, Juwan, Zay, JSN, Kirk, Pittman, Tucker. So running backs, we have Cook, Kyron, Chuba. So you're going Kyron and James Cook at running back. Receivers, you're going Jefferson and Juwan. And the flex, it's either Zay or Kirk. Zay or Kirk. Zay or Pittman. And I'm taking Zay. Holy shnikes. Okay, so we got Cook and Kyron, Jefferson, Juwan, and Zay. Jesus Lord. Too long. Make them multiple questions. Matt, you guess I guess you can't. Gosh, that's such a long question. Makes for bad radio. Doesn't matter. Good morning. Appreciate you, Impossible. You're a real one. Good morning. Thoughts on Jordan Love? Jordan Love or Anthony Richardson? I talked about this at the top. Richardson, I've completely nuked his rank. Both of these guys have bottom 3 matchups. Minnesota's the 30th matchup. Pittsburgh's the 32nd matchup, as tough as it gets for quarterbacks, really. I mean, the only player with a tougher matchup this week is Matthew Stafford against Chicago. He's got the 31st matchup, but it's Love and Richardson at the bottom. I have these guys ranked quarterback 16, quarterback 17. Love a touch ahead, though you will get more rushing out of Richardson, of course. I think you'll definitely get more efficiency in the passing game out of Love, which is what we want because we need some passing touchdowns. So I'm going to go Love here. I feel good about it. They're playing him. I'm playing him. I love it. Giles, best of luck. Gooner, my brother, what's up? Herbert, Goff, Love, Carr. Here's a good one here. So looks like Herbert's going to play. Goff is up here at quarterback 12. Love and Carr. Love is right there, like I said, at quarterback 16. Carr at 19. So I'm going Goff again this week. It's a tougher matchup against Seattle, but this game has driven shootouts the last couple of years. And I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I just believe in Goff more so than the field. All right, we're doing good this morning. Jaden Reed or Olave. Jaden Reed for me. If Olave's out, Olave, of course, by himself as a quarterback or running back. Wide receiver 13 for me this week. Fresco 1545. George Pickens or Jerome Ford in a flex spot for PPR. I'm going Jerome Ford here. This Pittsburgh thing's interesting, man. Every week that Pittsburgh stacks, I get a little more confident and a little more confident and a little more confident in this team. I would like to see like a 30-point outburst at some point. I would like to see them potentially run for 200 yards today and score 30 against the Colts. The matchup, the schedule, if you look at the schedule for Pittsburgh, man, Indy, winnable. Dallas at home, Sunday Night Football, winnable. No Micah, no DeMarcus Lawrence. Raiders, winnable. Jets at home, Sunday Night Football, winnable. Giants at home on Monday Night Football, winnable. You're looking at a hypothetical 8-0 start for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then they have a Washington 9-0. This is a team that could win legitimately 10, 12 games, which is wild. And I think would qualify Mike Holland for Coach of the Year. But nonetheless, we're playing Jerome Ford today. Fresco 1545. Just had to get that take in there. Smash that motherfucking like button. I think that's how you say that, Big Beach. Gooner Boy, pick one, half-point PPR, Charbonnet, Javonte, Chase Brown, Lab McConkey, or drop one and pick up Mike Will. I don't think you need to drop one and pick up Mike Will. To be honest with you, the one guy I want to cut on this list is probably Chase Brown. Half-point PPR, they say Ken Walker's back in full. Javonte's playing like shnikes. Chase Brown hasn't really gotten what we've expected. And Lad is Lad. He's probably the one I lean to in this situation, though I do believe, let me check. I don't even think as far as Charbonnet goes, I think Charbonnet is going to get a fair amount of work today in the receiving game. Yeah, man, it's hard to go away from Lad's 30% target share. I know they're not throwing the ball a ton, but you got to play Lad, even though it's half. You got to play Lad, Gunner Boy. Son of a beach. Half-point PPR. Flex need one Olave, Najee, Ford, or J-Mo. I'm going Najee here. Najee's top 7 running back for me this week. I think I want to push him even higher, but they're not letting me. They're telling me I'm maniacal, guys. They're telling me I'm too maniacal about Najee this week. So we're going to stand pat, just keep him where he's at, and we're going to roll with him. Go higher than 17.5 rush attempts on Underdog today for Najee. Bench A-Rich for Geno or Goff. Well, I think technically you could probably bench him for both. Goff is quarterback 12, Geno 13 for me, both ahead of Richardson. So I'll take, if you give me the two, I'll take Goff, but both good matchups, both fine. Richard Million, drop a question. Yes, that's drop a question. Need a kicker. Would you drop Garendo? I have CMC and Mason, Kareem Hunt, or Bucky for a kicker. Need a kicker. Would you drop Garendo? Kareem Hunt or Bucky. Do you need a kicker? If your running back room is a mess, do you need a kicker? I guess you could drop Kareem Hunt. I don't really want to drop any of them. To be honest with you, it's probably Garendo. Garendo is probably the right answer just because we don't know what Kareem Hunt is yet. Sounds like McCaffrey's going to be back in 6 to 8 weeks, which is, I know, is a long time. And a lot of output for Garendo if something happens to Mason. I think if this is my team, I probably cut Kareem Hunt because I like the younger guy with more athleticism. So I'm just going to tell you Kareem Hunt. I think that's close, though. I would debate not playing a kicker this week. I don't know, just to see what Kareem Hunt's going to do. Half-point PBR, Shakir or Cooper? Shakir is, let's see here. Shakir's, yeah, quite a bit lower. Wide receiver 38. Cooper, wide receiver 17. Maybe I'm a little bit low on Khalil Shakir. Am I taking him over Jennings? Probably not. Jameson? Probably not. Worthy? Probably. So I bumped Worthy up, but then I bumped Shakir up as well. So that means I have Shakir now ahead of, there you go. Real-time updates to the rankings. Real time. You can click that QR code up here, right there. If you want to go over to rosterwatch.com, get the rankings for yourself. Every single, you can literally, the month starts over what, tomorrow? When's the first day of the month? Tuesday? It's $9.99 a month. You get access to everything at RosterWatch. You can go premium if you want. It pays for the whole year. It's $100 for the whole year. You get premium, everything on the website, or you can just go pro and you can get rankings, DFS, weekly stuff. They're answering questions over on the website right now, Q&A style, on the blogs. $9.99 a month. Super. It doesn't even make sense. It's like literally the cost of like 2 of these things nowadays. So going over there, get the rankings, get the DFS cheat sheets, get the waiver wire cheat sheets, get the DFS tools, get the pick'em tools, get the use the DFS generator. This isn't even, go over there. Check it out. Now, do it now. Dynasty Alex, Ford, Javonte, or Jacoby Myers need to PPR one. Need to PPR one. Need one in PPR. How about that? That sounds a little bit better, huh, Cody? Need to PPR one. I don't really know what that means. I'm going to go ahead and ride with our darling Jacoby Myers for this one. I know Jerome Ford is a top 5 matchup this week. I think Deontay Foreman's still going to get some work, though. Kirk or JSN? Give me Christian Kirk. Let's go. Happy Sunday, Cody and Roster Watch Nation. Kip C, a real OG of Roster Watch. Gooner Boy. All right, we're getting behind now on all these chats. Holy cannoli. Gooner Boy says, pick 2, Chuba Dobbins or Rashad White in half. And I got to go Chuba and Dobbins in half. Max, Deontay Johnson or Ken Walker for flex. Ken Walker, he's back. He's 100% healthy. We're playing him. Jalen Naylor or Jameson Williams. I've gotten so much crap. Trashman has 2 for this Naylor thing. I love Jalen Naylor. Did somebody move my ranking? What the hell is this? I swear I had him ranked higher than that. That is some fugazi. All right, Jameson. Playing Jameson, I guess. Jameson. Hoang, what's going on, brother? Ertz over Conklin in PPR. Ertz over Conklin in PPR. Ertz is my tight end 9. Conklin's my tight end 13. We love us some Ertz this week, brother. Rich a Million. Smash that like button, fam. Roster Watch Nation Unite. Happy Sunday to everyone. Juan Pena. What's going on, brother? Need 1 wide receiver. Need 2 running. Holy shit, I can't read. Need 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. DJ Moore, Jawan Jennings, Calvin Ridley, Jalen Naylor. Wandell's on my bench. Brees Hall, Kyron, Ken, Jerome Ford, Josh Jacobs. Tight end, Kittle Kmet. So tight end, you're playing Kmet. Wait, did they say that Kittle's playing? Did I miss this? I think they did. George Kittle is ready to return. Gosh. I think I'm still playing Kmet. I think I'm still playing Komet, boys. All right, so we're going Komet here. Running back, Brees Hall, Kyron, and Jacobs is your flex. Komet's your tight end. So then you means you have 2 receiver spots to fill with DJ, Jawan, Ridley, Naylor. So you're going DJ Moore and Jawan Jennings. DJ Moore, Jawan Jennings. Brees Hall, Kyron, Jacobs, Komet, Juan Pena. Best of luck. Appreciate you tapping in, dropping the question. Sugar Dunkerton, pick 2 in PPR. Ford, Pollard, Steele. Ford and Pollard, please. Rapid fire here. Go Jim says, morning, Cody. Can we trust Ayuk and Purdy today? Would bench Ayuk for Reed, which allows me to start Braylon at flex. I struggle with this one. I think he's in the doghouse. I think I think he's gonna get some opportunities. I struggle with it. I think he's in the doghouse, but I don't know if I want to start Braylon over Ayuk in totality. I think you play Ayuk. You just play your dogs. You sitting A-Rich to play Darnold or Fields this week at the quarterback position? You sitting A-Rich to play Darnold or Fields? Fields I have as quarterback 11 this week. Darnold quarterback 14. Both ahead of Richardson. France. Appreciate you. 1 in the PPR flex. Swift, Steele, JMO, or go wild card to pick up Dortch. We got to go Jameson Williams, Mr. Kip, brother. David Andrade, appreciate you for the super chat. If I had some cool sound, I would play it to say thank you. I wonder if I got one here. Can I play this like a how's this sound? Sounder? Sound effect. I was hoping for something cool. Anyway, I appreciate the super chat. David Andrade. Everybody knows, drop a super chat in here. It will get answered. Earlier, I just happened to be a little bit behind on all of the text. Oh, I see some more. Okay, now I got multiple super chats in here. I'm going to answer these super chats before I get to everybody else because I see 65 unanswered questions, which is cool. But these 2 super chats are going to get answered first. And so that's the rule that I've always said. And I just happened to get a little bit behind. So I just now found them. David Andrade, start 3, Kyron, Josh Jacobs, Zach Moss, and Tony Pollard. I think Tony Pollard is my lowest ranked guy here. Let me double check that he's ahead of Moss or behind. Back to back. Running back 19 and 20. So if you want to call it a tiebreaker, we'll lean to Trash Man, who has him running back Moss, running back 15, Pollard 22. Alex has Moss 20, Pollard 24. And the model has them split 18 and 19. So we're all 3 in favor of Moss ahead of Pollard here. And then the other 2 guys, Kyron and Josh Jacobs, are, of course, higher. Jacobs up to the composite running back 16. And then who's the other one? Kyron's a top 10 play this week. I have him at 8. Alex is him at 5. Trashman's him at 6. So great question, Davis Andrade. I think I might have called you David at the beginning. That's my fault. I apologize for that. Jeff D'Agostino with another super chat. Drop it to the front of the line. Jeff D'Agostino, is Will Levis going to make it past the bye week? Here's the thing. Like, he's playing like complete shit right now. And I'll openly admit that. I understand that. I've been a Will Levis guy. But the thing about Will Levis is he's, again, no offense to him, he's had a new offensive coordinator. I believe this is his 5th straight year with a new offensive coordinator, college to pro, which does not make life easier. But he's also got that like Favre, gunslinger, like erratic ability built into his game. Like, you guys remember how many picks Brett Favre used to throw. And I know Brett Favre is a sticky subject for some people in the real world right now, and I really don't give a shit, because the fact of the matter is we're talking football. Brett Favre, though, and if you look at his career at the games he had, his 3rd season, 19 touchdowns, 24 picks. 19 touchdowns, 24 picks. Every single year, we were 14 picks, 13, 16, 23, 23. 16, 15, 16, 21, 17, 29. And these are all while he's like winning. He's like making Pro Bowls and shit while throwing this many picks. Like, that's fine. But neutering yourself in the middle of games like Will Levis has done definitely makes it tougher. The talent around him hasn't been elite. His right tackle, Nicholas Petit-Frere, has been playing like cheeks. The running game's been good. I would like to see what a healthy Hopkins, healthy Ridley situation looks like for him. Like both guys 100%. But again, he's not playing good. Does he make it through the bye? The bye is literally this week or next week. Sorry. So I do think he makes it through the bye. I mean, even if they lose to Miami, which I do think they do on Monday night, I don't think that they bench him. I don't think they can bench him. This team isn't like the Niners per se. This isn't like, oh my gosh, this isn't like Baltimore or like the Cowboys where they're like 0-4 and your quarterback is the reason you're losing all these games and your roster is championship worthy. Like I think Tennessee knows their roster isn't championship worthy. And I think if you're the Tennessee Titans and you're their front office and you're their coaching staff and you say, well, let's just keep on pushing through. Levis is on like career game 12 right now. Bryce Young got 17 games. I think Richardson's on like game 7 right now. Stroud's on game 18. Like, let these guys fully give them like 6 more weeks, I would say. If they get to the point where it's like, what do we got here? Week 10 Chargers, week 11 Vikings, week 12 Houston Texans. Like, let CJ Stroud end this thing. Week 12. If this team is like 2-10 coming out of that, okay, bury it. They're going to get a top 5 draft pick. They're going to get a top 8 draft pick. They're going to get another quarterback. They're going to move on from Levis at that point. But I just don't think you could do it the bye week. Jeff D'Agostino, thank you for dropping the super chat in the chat. All right, Braylon Allen or Cam Akers, half point PPR. I'm going with Braylon Allen. Jair Alexander out. If Jair Alexander is out, Darnold's a top 5 finish, right? I think he's going to be fine regardless. Unlikely to play, drop Kareem Hunt for Darnold. Is this true breaking? Because Jair was questionable, and I don't really care about the Jair thing. I mean, Jeff Jefferson's always done good. Unlikely to play 24 minutes ago. Good call. Go. Appreciate you guys. You guys are the real ones working out here in the chat, dropping real stuff. Yeah, this is going to enhance the Darnold side a touch for all of the receivers in conversation. So drop Hunt for Darnold? Sure, 100%, man. I'm going to update Darnold right now a touch and just see where I got him. Let's see, real-time update, quarterback position. Darnold, where I have him right now is a touch behind Geno and Goff. I'm going to put him ahead of Geno and Goff, and he's still going to stay behind Fields, though. So he's going to be the new quarterback 12. So technically a quarterback 1 on the week. At wide receiver, I had Jefferson already at 3. I think I'm going to go ahead and put Jefferson at 2. I had Lamb at 1 already, so I can't really move that because he played already. So there's that. Jefferson's now wide receiver 2 in the week, which no surprise to anybody. All right, there we go. We got to get cooking here on the questions, or we're going to be here for another hour, which is okay. We can stay here for another hour. Waddle, Bucky, McConkey, Cam Akers, Juwan Jennings, Jerome Ford. Pick 3, please. Waddle, McConkey, and Ford. Waddle, McConkey, and Ford, Roach Cheetah. Gil Munzo, PPR, Javonte Madison or Patterson. I think I'm leaning Patterson as well, Gil. Yikes. I wish Javonte would show some life of some little bit of competency in life. It would be nice. Javonte Williams is not. I don't understand it. We'll just be honest. I don't understand it. That's one of the few things in 2024 that I'm really having a tough time wrapping my head around is this 24-year-old running back that is a year plus removed from a knee injury and looked better last year, the year after the knee injury, than he does this year. I don't get it. Give me Patterson. Give me Cordia Patterson. Give me Flash. Let's do it. Mixon is out. Akers or Ridley. I don't know about this Akers thing. I don't want to double down into this Akers thing. It seems like that might be one of the. That seems. I can't get into it though. Give me Ridley. Can you talk me out of starting Tyler Huntley over Jordan Love? Can I talk you out of starting Huntley over Love? No, but you can talk yourself out of it by just saying this. We haven't seen Huntley play in a minute. Tennessee has a vaunted front four. Love has good weapons and is playing in a game that could potentially be 30-27, where he has 3 touchdown passes. Huntley could get benched by Skylar Thompson if he has a bad first 3 drives. You're also betting on a Monday night game. We think Huntley's going to start, but we don't. You're playing with fire. I think you're playing with fire. Playing Huntley over Jordan Love. If it's Huntley over Jacoby Brissett, okay, sure. But this is different tier for me. Carson Steeler, J.K. Dobbins, play Dobbins. John Cedar Park says Circa Millions cast, which is on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern time, is going Sizzler. I don't know what the hell Sizzler is, but it sounds fire as hell, John. Starting Rashad White, Bucky Irving, or Braylon Allen. You got to play Rashad White, man. You got to do it. You have to do it. Some PPR flex up. Christian Kirk, Mooney, Adunze, or digging deep for Cordero. We're going to Adunze here. Adunze. Keith Stewart, PPR, Kincaid or Laporta. Laporta's playing. You're playing Laporta. Huang Wang. Hi, Cody. Ertz is in a revenge game over Conklin in PPR. Yes, sir. A couple spots ahead in rank. Also, Cliff Kingsbury revenge. Should be a good one down there in Washington, Arizona. I'm looking forward to this game finishing 48-45. Gammon 8, start Kelsey or Kittle. Give me Kelsey. He's due. We're playing. You can't bench Kelsey right now. He's due. He's coming. I promise you. With the way this team is built right now, the way the situation is dealt with the running backs, he's coming. Is Tyler Batty worth a ad? Of course. He's worth an ad. Javonte looks like shit. The rest of this backfield doesn't really doing much. I think he's 100% worth an ad at this time. And just one to really just hold for the weekend and just see what comes to fruition throughout that running back position with Denver. He could potentially earn like a real role if he can double down this weekend. Big earn 504 half point PPR flex. Rashad White, Bucky, Braylon, Roshan, Zay Flowers, JSN need 1.5. I still have Rashad up here. I don't think I have Rashad higher than Roshan. All right, I think I have Rashad higher than Roshan, I should say. Yeah, by 3 spots. Rashad White, running back 28. Roshan, running back 31. Rashad's got the 24th toughest match. Roshan's got the 8th toughest match. Sorry, 8th easiest. Golly. I really want to play Roshan, but I think you got to play White. We are a nation. Get the draft cheat sheet next year, boys. I'm on my way to a 3rd straight championship. If you use that RosterWatch cheat sheet and you draft it from the turn, I had so many sick teams from the turn. They started out Barkley, Taylor, Cup neighbors. Oh, can I get some Cooper Kupp healthy, please? Please give me Cooper Kupp healthy. My God, these teams are just too sick. Fuck. Taylor, Barkley, Cup, and neighbors. Like, could you have literally, like, hindsight? Oh, hindsight. No, we literally told you. Gosh, look at my camera. Just went out of focus. Championships. Son of a beach. Shout out to you. We are a nation. Gammon, start Jennings or JSN. I didn't see the Kittle thing before, so I got to update my Jennings thing a touch. And you asked between Jennings and JSN, and I'm moving Jennings down. So right now I have Jennings 35 and JSN 39. And as I move Jennings down, he's going below JSN. He's right there. I can't put him any further down, though. I think I still take Jennings over Kirk. I'm going to go JSN over Jennings, though, right back to back. Robo Chris, start 2 PPR, Amari Cooper, Zay Flowers, Jaden Reed, or Rome Odunze. Rome is my highest ranked player here. Amari Cooper is my second highest ranked wide receiver here. So let's go ahead and ride. Or sorry, I said that backwards. Cooper is my highest ranked. Rome is my second highest ranked. George, Akers or Garrett Wilson with Sertan treatment. The Sertan treatment worries me a lot. I'm going to go Akers. Sounds maniacal, but you got to do what you got to do. McLaurin or Jerome Ford, half PPR. Go with I was going to say Jerome Ford, but again, you're talking about this Washington Arizona game. I think it's going to go nuclear. I'm going McLaurin. I'm personally playing McLaurin. I know it's half. Half makes it tough. I'm going to go McLaurin. Best of luck, George. Superflex, pick 2. AR, Levis, Huntley, Carr. Holy shit. You really shipped this thing down to Boston, didn't you? AR, Levis, Huntley, Carr. So AR, I have as my quarterback 17, Carr 19, Huntley 25, Carr 19. Did I say Carr already? Levis 20. Levis is 30. So Levis is out, Huntley's out. So you're going Carr and Richardson. Go, Jin. Best of luck, my brother. Emmanuel Wilson or Steele. Give me Emmanuel Wilson. George, how high are you on Jacoby Myers this week? I am higher than everybody else at RosterWatch. Jacoby Myers for me is wide receiver 30. Trashman has him 55. Alex has him 58. The model has him 43 against Cleveland. I like Jacoby Myers. I'm playing Jacoby Myers in a lot of spots, including DFS, because I'm using the ultimate. I'm using the RosterWatch DFS cheat sheet. I'm using the ultimate. Oh my God, I keep using the word ultimate. I'm using the RosterWatch DFS generator and the DFS cheat sheet. And it doesn't tell me to take Jacoby, but I'm playing Jacoby whilst I build in there because you don't have to read the stuff verbatim. You just use it to implement your skill and your knowledge and your thoughts, and you build a roster. And that's what I do every single week. I used the RosterWatch DFS cheat sheet. I put a couple guys in that I have a little aggressive on, a.k.a. Jacoby Myers. And then you cash money on Sunday night. It's that easy. You can do that over here with the QR code. You can go get the DFS cheat sheet as well. Did I skip that question? Braylon Allen over Ken Walker due to game script, half PPR. I don't think so. Michael Pittman, Myers, or Yosevach. Myers for me. Chuba or Shakir over Olave and Achane. Am I crazy? Full PPR. Why are these things mutually exclusive? Are these things you can't bench Achane. I think you're playing Olave and Achane. You're playing Olave and Achane. Chris Olave or Njigba Olave. Fields, Love, or Geno Fields, 1,000%. Thanks, Cody. Thank you, Dre. Appreciate you tapping in here. Zay Flowers or George Pickens. Zay Flowers. Angus, Cam Akers, or KW3. KW3. Hey, short question. Full PPR, start 2 and flex. JSN, Dobbins, Shaheed, Jennings. Well, the way I updated this a minute ago, I updated Jennings a touch below JSN, so I know that's for sure. Shaheed is ahead of both, so Shaheed's our number 1 option so far. And then Dobbins, I have, let me double check. Dobbins would be ahead of both. Dobbins is ahead of both. So Dobbins and Shaheed. Charbonnet or Christian Watson. Give me Charbonnet with Love back. Full PPR from Tyler. He says PPR pick 2. Waddle, T, Yosevach, Mooney. Give me T and T. Higgins, and I want to say Mooney. T. Higgins and Mooney. Mooney ahead of Waddle. Yes, sir. Dustin Gilstrap. Start 2. Tyreek, Ayuk, Higgins. Tyreek and Higgins. Dynasty Alex, are we sitting Reek this week? Other top 30 options. Can't do it. Won't do it. Can't do it. Won't do it. Gooner boy, they're eating the dogs, Cody. I'll take it. They are. That's interesting. Bama ate the dogs last night, and then the dogs somehow crawled back out of the stomach and tried to fight back. That was pretty wild. If you guys watched that Bama Georgia game, that was pretty what a game. I mean, short segue here. If your team sucks in Dynasty right now, you might just want that thing to suck for the next couple of years, because a lot of people have been asking this question around the Dynasty space and around the NFL draft space that I work in, has been like, when's this receiver thing going to stop? The trend for the receiving draft classes has been going like this since 2020. Boom, 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 boom. I'm telling you right now, 2027, the 2027 NFL draft is going to take this trend, which is 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026. 2027 is going to go like this. Whoop. And then 2028, it's going to take this whole receiving class, this whole receiving group to an entirely new level. Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State is quite literally Julio Jones. Ryan Williams at Alabama is quite literally like some mixture of Devonta Smith and like Xavier Worthy. I don't understand. It's like, and Jameson. It's like a mixture of these guys. He's just disgusting. I mean, if you didn't watch that game last night, go back and watch just Ryan Williams highlights from that one. Ryan Wingo is he's from Texas right now. He's your like, I would say like a Chris Godwin meets Drake London. Sicko, big guy, sicko with good speed. Cam Coleman from Auburn, who doesn't have a good quarterback right now. This kid, I mean, speaking of Julio, like, okay, so Julio had AJ Green in his class. Cam Coleman would be the AJ Green coming from Auburn. So we're talking about a Julio, we're talking about a Devonta, we're talking about a Drake London, and we're talking about like a AJ Green all in the same class. Plus, there's like 4 other dudes that are pretty sick right now. Bryant Wesco for Clemson. There's a kid at Michigan State. Like this 2027 class, I'm telling you, is going to be like a tier. Like I said, trend line. 2027. Boop. It's disgusting. So I don't know how I got there. Gooner boy, they're eating the dogs. 2027, 2026, Alabama, Georgia. My brain works in crazy ways. Xavier Legette or JSN? If this said Mingo, I would say yes, but because it's Legette, I say JSN. Unless this is standard no PPR, then we'll go Legette. Oh, I skipped that one. Sorry, Tyler. Full PPR pick 2, Lazard, Yosivach, Keon. I'm going Lazard, and let me check my Yosivach v. Keon Coleman ranking here. Keon Coleman, 40. What the hell? What the hell happened to this ranking sheet? One second. My sheet got all pissed up. Keon Coleman right here. 63. Yosivach, 66. So we're going Keon and Lazard. Great question, Tyler. Close by. As a Bear fan, Favre had one of the best arms to ever wear cleats. Yep. As a Viking fan, I can attest to that, and I agree. It wasn't quite the same as a Viking, but man, was it fun. I got to go up there for almost that entire 09 season. I went to 7 games that year and watched that guy. I mean, even at 40, he was sick. But growing up, watching him on the Packers side definitely hurt my – yeah. Sit 1, PPR, Etienne, Walker, Higgins. I guess you're sitting Walker. Wallbang, JSN, Shaheed, or Kirk this week. Full PPR. Give me Shaheed. Andy Sue, need 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, 2 flex in PPR. Kamara, Connor, Walker, McLaurin, London, Pickens, and J-Mo. Kamara's my running back. Connor's my flex. London's my receiver. So we got Kamara running back, London receiver, Connor and J-Mo in my flex, right? So Kamara, London, Connor, J-Mo. Wait. One second. No, sorry. McLaurin over JMO. So Kamara, London, Connor, McLaurin. Kamara, London, Connor, McLaurin. Z Smith, Andy Sue, best of luck. Z Smitty, tank out, mixing out. Do I go Komet or Schultz? I still like Komet. Should I start Dobbs or Leggett? Dobbs. If it was Mingo, like I said, I think Mingo has a better week than Leggett. I'm gonna go Dobbs here. Matt DeVita or Fryermuth or wait, is this a 4-parter? Komet, Schultz, Fryermuth, Ertz. I'd still have Komet as I think I have Komet at tight end 5 this week, which may be a little bit reactionary, but I still like it. Andy Sue, for rest of season, should I drop Hunt for Spears? No, I don't think anybody's going to run out and get Spears this week. I think you hold Hunt for one more week. Hold Hunt for this weekend. See what it looks like. See if he plays. See what the thing is. If he does nothing, then go get Spears. Jackson Rosa, Akers or Jacoby Myers, PPR. I've been switching them all week. I'm going to ride with Jacoby. I'm going to ride with Jacoby still. Jackson Rosa, best of luck. Mike, need one between Michael Wilson, Christian Kirk, Yosavash, Waddle, Worthy. Waddle is 27. I don't think I have anybody ranked higher than Waddle. Kirk, nope. Waddle. Gil Munzo, thank you for good call on streaming tight end last week of Brenton Strange. Gil Munzo, shout out to you, brother, for trusting the process, tapping in every single weekend. Super chat, Jeff D'Agostino, $2. Appreciate you tapping in. Jeff to the front of the line. Oh, he got 2 of them from Jeff here. The first one he said was, so 2027 rookie picks gold in Dynasty. Gold, brother. If you need receivers, plan accordingly. Like I'm telling you, 3 years out. We knew this freshman class was sick. And the reason I can comment on this is I do work for Texas Longhorns. No, I don't work for Texas Longhorns. I work for a Texas Longhorns affiliate named Orange Bloods. I work with Alex there. And I do recruiting analysis and college analysis. And as recruits, it was like, well, this receiving class is pretty sick. This is a really good recruiting class. And then they got in, and all through fall camp, it was like Auburn, freshman, Ohio State, freshman, Texas, freshman, Clemson, freshman. These guys are all disgusting. And then you're like, wait, really? Come on, they can't be that sick. They're certified. This class is going to have, so this 2027 group will have, 6 guys with an age 18 breakout age. Super dynamo. All guys have the ability to be first-round picks. Will they all? I mean, that's going to be tough to predict today, but they all are going to have 18-year-old breakouts, including Ryan Williams, Ryan Williams is going to have a 17-year-old breakout. He's going to be 19 years old. I would bet money on this today. Jim Nagy tweeted this out last night. Ryan Williams, the receiver from Alabama that everyone saw last night, is from Saraland High School down by Mobile. Jim Nagy from the Senior Bowl can now get juniors to come to the event. Ryan Williams grew up by the Senior Bowl. I would bet money he's going to go to the Senior Bowl because Nagy said if he comes to the Senior Bowl, he'll be 19 years old for Senior Bowl week. 19 years old for Senior Bowl week. He'll turn 20 a week later, and he'll be drafted at 20 years old and 2 months, which I believe is the youngest all-time beneath I can't – did Braylon Allen beat Traymon Edmonds' youngest draft pick? I can't remember if he did or not this past year. But regardless, it's just maniacal shit. This 2027 rookie picks in Dynasty are going to be like worth more than gold. Jeff, again with the super chat. Appreciate you, brother, for tapping in as always. Start 1, Wicks, Dobbs, Watson, Kraft. I mean, you could have thrown in like a block of cheddar cheese for this one, adding on all these Packers. Kraft, I'm a little lower on here. I don't really want to flex a guy like Kraft. for myself in fantasy football. But as far as the rest, Wicks, Dobbs, and Watson go, Dobbs, I'll just tell you straight up where I have all these guys ranked. I have Dobbs 28th overall. Trashman has him 37th, and Alex has him 29th. Wicks, I have down at 70. Trashman has him 70, and Alex has him 75. And then Watson is 54, 71, 49 across the board for all of us. So we're all pretty much in consensus. Not pretty much. We are all in consensus. Dobbs over this rest of this group here in the flex spot. Jeff, thank you greatly for the question. Let me scroll back up here and see if I can figure out where I was. Dun, 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 dun. I think we were right here. Okay, John McGrath, Demario Douglas, Cam Akers, Josh Downs, or Leggett, half point per touch in flex. Half point per touch. Oh, these are good. I love these. Half point per carry, half point per touch. So it's PPR and you get a half per touch. Well, let me check something here quick. This comes down to Downs and Akers. So Downs last week, in his first game back, gave us 5 targets. He gave us 6 fantasy points. Or am I looking at this wrong? 5.2 fantasy points. Where am I at? 5.2 on 5 targets. Akers, you're getting 9 touches through the season on average. So that's 4.5 points by itself. Plus, you probably get the main workload. Yeah, I think you got to go Akers here. You're going Akers, John McGrath. Thank you. Last one, Ertz and Laporta. Appreciate you. I appreciate you for tapping in and dropping the questions in a clean fashion where they can get asked, John McGrath. Also, is it a German Shepherd covered in snow or is it a bear? I can't tell. As your profile picture shut up. Zach Ertz, I have at tight end 9. Laporta, who they say is going to play. I have him up here in this range, but I feel good about Ertz. But Laporta, I mean, in a game like this against Seattle, with him playing, I think you got to play Laporta. You got to play Laporta. Best of luck, brother. JK, JSN, or Hubbard in flex. Give me Hubbard. Tulsa Bates, Mike Evans, Jaden Reed, DJ Moore, Khalil Shakir need 2 in full PPR. Mike Evans is a 16th overall player for me this week. 16th wide receiver for me this week. Reed is 22nd, and Moore is 7th. So we're going to go Moore and Evans in the need 2 full PPR. Tulsa Bates, best of luck. Kip C, Saquon Taylor was nuts on draft day. Got those. Neighbors and Rice, still hoping Big Mike and Tank do their thing. Cheat sheet always wins. Holy shnikes. You got Rashi. Remember when Rashi was in like the 7th round? Oh my gosh. What's up, Justin Joxa? Reed or Higgins? I think I just said Reed. Oh, yeah. Reed. Conklin or Gesicki. Conklin, Hopkins or Mooney. I think that's Mooney. Ooh, 2 spots apart. Mooney is 43rd. Hopkins is 40. I don't know what that was. Hopkins 41. So we'll go Hopkins here. And then Pollard or Shakir. I got to go Pollard. So we're going to go Reed. We're going to go Conklin. We're going to go Hopkins. And we're going to go Pollard here. Justin Jocks, a great question. Appreciate you tapping in. Also, if you have to play Hopkins and Pollard in the same league, I maybe go a different direction than playing 2 Titans. I might just do that. I might go Mooney over Hopkins because they are back to back. So I might go Mooney over Hopkins and then play Pollard if that's the same league. Ray Gamer, start Vikings defense versus Packers. Saints versus Falcons, or Titans versus Dolphins, and start one in standard. Ayuk, Jennings, Deontay Johnson is my receiver here. For a defense, I'm going to be playing the Titans. I love the interior defense for the Titans. I mean, why am I doing this to myself? Play the Vikings. Again, like I told you guys earlier, I have this internal pessimism with the Vikings, and I just can't. I've watched way too many Viking Packer games. Sorry. This Vikings defense is really good. Play the Vikings defense. What am I talking about? Williams or Love? Caleb Williams or Jordan Love? Caleb Williams for me is a number 6 overall quarterback this week. Go, Jim. Best of luck, Jackson Rosa. Go, Jim. Thank you, Cody. Appreciate the morning engagement with the community. We're here, Go. We're here for you. We appreciate you. We love you guys tapping in every single weekend. Thank you all. Remember to click that like button on your way out the door this morning and enjoy your beautiful Sunday. Richardson or Lawrence, the battle of the putridism in the AFC South. Trevor Lawrence is my quarterback 24, so that means we're riding Richardson today. Fresco, Greg Dortch, Jalen Naylor, or Emmanuel Wilson. Give me Jalen Naylor for flex spot PPR. Actually, you know what? No, because with McBride out, I actually moved Dortch. So let me remember where I put Dortch here. Why did that get moved? Oh my God. No, I have Dortch at 46. 46, and Naylor is at 49. There you go. Glad I caught that one. I clicked on the next one. Sorry. Fresco. I was answering that question. Sorry. I was answering this one. Dortch. Walker, Pollard, Shakir, pick 2. Walker, Pollard. Mike, flex play. Mike Wilson, Braylon Allen, or DeAndre Hopkins. Thanks. Great work at RosterWatch. Appreciate you, Mike, for always tapping in and tuning in. I know I have Hopkins ahead of Michael Wilson. Braylon Allen versus Hopkins in the flex. I'm going to go Hopkins today. Thank you for tuning in, Mike. Angus, good work. Appreciate you as well, brother. Tony Macaluso, full PPR, Michael Wilson, Trey Tucker, or Worthy. I know it's rough looking. No, play Worthy, brother. No, I don't think it's rough looking. Play Worthy. Enjoy your day. Ryan Williams is a monster. It doesn't make any sense. If anybody can explain what happened in that play last night, because I still can't. His levitating 2 plays. He also 2 times in 1 play. He also had another catch earlier in the game. Remember the bobble that, again, just that kid's just something. Jim, Jennings, Ford, Andrews, 1 point PPR, except for tight end who gets a 1.5 point per PPR. Need one of these 3. Let's be honest with you. I got Andrews at tight end 11 this week, so I tend to lean Andrews here. The Ford thing at running back, I know we've gotten a lot of Ford this morning. Like I said, though, he's got a good matchup with Vegas. I'm not bullish today on Jerome Ford in this situation with Deontay still in that backfield. Cleveland does not look good. This offensive line does not look good. And then with Jennings at wide receiver, I have him at 39. I think he's a fair play. But because I get that, this is a big game for Baltimore. Buffalo is a big game. Because it's a big game, I'm going to go Andrews over Jennings. JT, half point PPR, pick 1 running back, 1 flex, Swift, Braylon, Roshan, Pickens, Shaheed, Tucker, Adunze. I'm going Adunze and Roshan. Flex, Najee or Higgins? Najee. First Najee question of the day. Blake Borovitz, would you trade away Dalton Kincaid for Will Levis and Laporta in a 2 QB redraft keeper league? My QBs are Lamar, Stafford, Caleb, and Nix. His QBs are Allen, Love, Daniels, Darnold, and Levis. No, I would keep Kincaid. Best of luck, Blake. I would keep Kincaid. You don't need Levis. Jim, Richardson or Caleb, 6 point touchdown passing. Caleb, 100% all day. Have him as a top 10 play. London or Debo? Good one. I just updated the Debo thing earlier. Debo is my receiver 29. London is my receiver 18. So we're going London here. It's King Ahmed. Best of luck. Shakir or Jennings? I feel like I've gotten this question maybe 1,000 times this morning. Shakir is 35. Jennings is 39. Richardson or Goff? I have Goff. Gerard Marzilli. Appreciate you tapping in. I have Goff 4 spots ahead of Richardson today. I think this game, script in this game is going to be much better. This Pittsburgh thing could really suppress and really suck down Richardson even more, who we haven't even seen surpass 50% completion percentage yet this year. Really worried. Plus, Joey Porter lined up on Michael Pittman. It should be a downs party as far as the targets go. And then, of course, we'll see what happens with Jonathan Taylor. But, I mean, Indianapolis, I mean, we need to really see it from Richardson again before I can bump him back up into this, the top 12 conversation, which pains me to say on the internals. Nick, hey, fellas, what's going on? Kipsy, I think Laporta has a huge game like New England. I think they attack the linebackers. D-line is down this week, so that could influence their game plan. There you go. There you go. Jace Kirchner, Josh Jacobs or Debo at flex? Josh Jacobs, please. Yes, I answered that one. Okay, so Josh Jacobs, please. Hunter Henry, Fant, Taysom, or Otten at tight end. Well, Fant was banged up with a toe this week. Taysom's coming off of injury. Otten, I just generally have lower. He's got the second toughest matchup in all of fantasy football this week. And Hunter Henry also was a tough matchup against the Niners. That's my highest ranked player of this group. So I'm going to go ahead and just ride with Hunter Henry. If you're looking in free agency, if you can get in Elijah Higgins, I would play him over Henry. I would play him over all 4 of these guys. I would play Brenton Strange over all of these guys. Of course, I'd play Tyler Conklin. Those are the 3 guys that could potentially be free agents that I would play over Hunter Henry. Pod's son, great question. Josh Jacobs, yep. Tony Mascaluso, Darnold or Big Baker? I like Big Baker. That's a cool name, Big Baker. Darnold or Big Baker? I have Darnold 3 spots ahead of Big Baker. Great question, Tony. Myers or Shakir, full PPR? We're getting down to the nitty gritty. We're getting down to the end. I appreciate you guys all tapping in here. Click on that like button. Click and subscribe. Again, we're live Tuesdays at 2:30 Eastern time for the Waiver Wire Show. We're live Wednesdays at 8 p.m. for the Circa Millions Cash. We talk about our 5 best bets against the spread every single Wednesday night on the RosterWatch channel. Last night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, we did the Underdog Pick'em Show where we give you all of our picks for the week. We have like between 14 and 16 picks every week. We're hitting at a 58% clip right now, which is very good in props. And then today we, of course, had the Start Sit Show. Also, every single Saturday, SiriusXM, 4 p.m. Eastern time, SiriusXM channel 87. So you can get all your Roster Watch fiend over there, as well as our rankings, our DFS cheat sheets, waiver wire cheat sheets, everything at rosterwatch.com, $9.99 a month. The new month starts on Tuesday. So tap in on Tuesday. If you don't want to, you can, whatever, jump in today, tomorrow. You don't get charged like on the first every month. You get charged month after month, whatever. You get the point. Myers or Shakir? Shakir I have at 35. Myers I have at 30 overall. So we're going to go Myers here. Mooney or Charbonnet? Give me Mooney. Mooney's just been getting peppered low-key. He's better than Ray McLeod. He's going to continue to show that. Dylan Fink. What's up? Need help? Full PPR, all different leagues. Start 1. Okay, so I got to read this slowly here. I'm a little okay, one sec. Andrews or Likely? So I have Likely, I believe, 1 spot ahead. Or do I have Andrews 1 spot ahead? I have Andrews 1 spot ahead. So I have 11, 12, Andrews 1 spot ahead. Start 2, Akers, Waddle, Jennings. We're going Waddle and Akers. Start 2, running back 1 tight end, 1 flex. Monty, Akers, Walker, Kmet, Likely, Wilson. You're starting Kmet at your tight end spot. You're starting Monty and Walker at running back, and in your flex, you're going Akers over Wilson. So Monty, Akers, Walker, Likely. No, sorry. Monty, Akers, Walker, Kmet is that last one. There you go. And then you got one more here, Dylan Fink. He says, Mayfield, Richardson, Caleb, start 1. I think I got Caleb at the highest. I got Caleb at 6. Who else is in here? Mayfield? Yeah, Caleb is the highest. Start 2 running backs, Jacobs, Walker, Dobbins. I think Jacobs is 100%er. I think I have. Dobbins is right behind him, and then I think Walker's below that. So Jacobs and Dobbins for me today, and then also Caleb for the first half of that. Darnold or Richardson, Darnold, Addison or Myers or Jennings in PPR, Myers, Hurts or Mayfield, Oh boy, Hurts or Mayfield, a couple of Oklahoma guys right here. Hurts or Mayfield. I'm going Hurts by quite a few spots. Hurts is my quarterback 8 this week. Good luck today, everyone. Let's stack some cash and win today, y'all. Hell yes, Kipsy. Hell yes. Ahmad Hassan, full PPR, Akers, Olave, Myers in the flex. Olave. Thank you, brother, as well for tapping in. Amari Cooper or Jameson Williams. I got Amari Cooper, a handful of spots higher this week. Full PPR, Laporta or Komet. Leaning Komet due to matchup, flex spot, Yosavash. Okay, yes. So I got Komet ahead of Laporta. Flex spot, Yosavash, Shaheed, or Wilson. Already starting Harrison. I like Shaheed. So we'll go Shaheed in the flex and Komet in the tight end. Trey Tucker, DeAndre Hopkins, Cortland Sutton, Xavier Worthy, 1 point PPR, need 2. I believe Hopkins is my highest. My second highest is either going to be Worthy or Sut. Worthy is at 36. Sutton is at 51. So we'll go Worthy and Hopkins. Tyler Johnston, Olave, Hill, Etienne, Higgins, Reed, Pickens. If you need 1, I'm going Hill. If you need 2, I'm going Hill, Olave. If you need 3, I'm going Hill, Olave, Reed. Zayn, pick 2 to start PPR and a third if you think any of them get over Ken Walker and flex. Ayuk, Doghouse, Garrett Wilson, Pat Surtain, T. Higgins. Good matchup. Shakir, good matchup. JMO, fine. Jacoby Myers, good. Over Ken Walker. So we have to pick at least 2 wide receivers here. So I have, come on, finger. T, 24. Shakir, 35. James, 33. And Myers at 30. So for me, it's Myers and Higgins as my top 2. And then I used to play Ken Walker. You had to play Ken Walker. Myers and Higgins, and you still play Ken Walker. Holy, we got a boatload of them just coming back in. Jim, thanks, Cody. Appreciate you, Jim. Gooner Boy, JSN, Akers, or Kirk? Akers. Matthew Williams, thanks much. Hunter Dahlberg, Rome or Calvin Ridley? Give me Rome. Tyler Johnston, Olave, Tyreek, Etienne, pick. I just answer this? I just answered this. Oh, he says pick 2 now. Yeah, so I said Hill and Olave, Tyler Johnston. 0.8 PPR. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. Fields or Geno. I got Fields as a top 10 play. Carr or Geno. It's closer. I think I have Geno. Carr is 19. Geno is 14. So give me Geno, Gooner Boy. Voice is starting to go. Brendan Andrus, keep league PPR, deep league PPR, Trey Tucker, Braylon Allen, or Josh Downs, and then Olave, Adunze, or Jameson. Deep league, we're going Downs, and then Olave, Adunze, or Jameson, we're going Olave. If he's out, play Adunze. 2 different leagues, don't mean to confuse. All good, Brendan. I got you. Yeah, we're going Downs, and then that second one, I'm going Olave unless he's down. Then, of course, I'm going Adunze. How do you feel about Waddle with Huntley over center? Huntley can throw the ball. I believe in it. I'm not, this isn't Tua. I don't believe in it to that level, but I do believe in it. So we'll ride with it. Rick Stark with the super chat. Bing, 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 bing. I don't have a sound effect, but I wish I did. Rick Stark, appreciate you. Need 3. So essentially we're benching 2 here. Michael Wilson, Jalen Waddle, Romeo Dobbs, Cortland Sutton. Playing Waddle, playing Dobbs. And it comes down to Laporta, Wilson, and Sutton. Let's see. One sec. So I do got Laporta I updated this earlier. I do got Laporta right here at 6. Or sorry, at where's he at? 9. I got Laporta at 9 at tight end. So that compared to Sutton, who's like at 50, 51, and then Wilson, who I have a little bit higher. Yeah, 54. I'm gonna go Laporta. We're gonna go Waddle, Dobbs, Laporta for you, Rick. Best of luck. Appreciate the super chat. As always, everybody knows that goes to the front of the line. If you drop a super, get a couple more questions. Let's get out of here. Zion says, thanks. Appreciate you. Start 2, Pollard, Ford, Akers. Pollard, Ford, Akers at the running back position. So we got Akers in at running back 22. Ford is going to be just a touch different at 29. And then Pollard generally, I believe, is at 20. There you go. So we're going to go Pollard, Akers. Pollard, Akers. Drop 1 to stream a tight end with McBride out. Carson Steele, Jawan Jennings, Sam Darnold, I have love. Roshan. I'm dropping Steele, man. I don't believe in the Steele thing. I'm dropping Steele. I don't think they believe in it. I don't believe in it. He's a between the tackles, hammer grinder type of thing, but he's not going to be a fantasy killer unless you're talking about like a 0.0 PPR standard league. So drop Steele to get yourself a tight end to stream. Brendan Andrus, thank you for tapping in. Everybody, appreciate you guys tapping in. 90 minutes strong here on the Roster Watch YouTube, Roster Watch Twitter channels, at Roster Watch on all social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, you name it, we're there. You're here always on YouTube. Click that like button, click subscribe, turn the notifications on. Again, Tuesday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, the Waiver Wired Show. Myself, Alex, the Trash Man. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Alex, myself, and Can't Miss Mitch talking about the Algo and Circa Millions in week 1. We went 4-1. Last week we went 4-1. We did have a bad week in the middle there, but we've done pretty well in Circa Millions. We're looking forward to it this weekend. Saturday nights, we do the Underdog Pick'em show. I think we should move it to Friday night. I got to tell Alex I think we should move it to Friday night. But we do Saturday night right now, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Underdog Pick'em, 58% threshold, win rate right now for the Underdog Pick'em show. You can go tap in right now. Watch that on the Roster Watch channel. It's a 9-minute video, and you get 16 props from us. You can just parse through, pick the ones you like. It's a 9-minute video on this channel. Click the Roster Watch logo at the bottom. Click Pick'em show, 9.5 minutes. Tap in, tune in. And just like that, we got 7 more questions. Let me run through them really quickly because everybody knows every question goes answered when you tap into Roster Watch. Juwan Jennings or Keenan Allen? Give me Keenan Allen. Johnson Robinson, 2 last names for our first name. Great, love it. PPR Flex, Mooney or Charbonnet. Not sure if I missed your response earlier. I think I did respond earlier, and I believe I said Mooney. So I'm going to go Mooney again. Nick, thanks, bro. Am I crazy to want to roll Hunt? Yeah, I think you're a little crazy. I want to see what it is. If you're in a spot, you got to be in a spot. You're going to do it. You got to do what you got to do. It's fantasy football, man. This is how many people started Kareem Hunt week 1 his rookie season when he went for 35 points. I did, right? You got to be that guy. You got to be the one that has the stones to do it. So if you get the stones, who am I to tell you not to? Myers or Higgins? Give me Myers. Chris Genova. John McGrath, Malamute / Shepherd. Rest in peace, great bear dog. Oh, rest in peace, brother. Sorry to hear that. That dog looks like a great dog based on the picture's tiny from what I can tell for me, but looks like a great dog. Sorry to hear that, man. Best of luck today. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy your weekend. All things considered. Last question, Jocelyn Grand George. I have to sit with one of these. Thoughts? Gibbs, Connor, Henry, Evans, or Metcalf? Oh, shit. I'm never going to be the one to tell you, hey, let's bench Mike Evans. I'm trying to come up with a reason to why I would want to bench one of these guys. I can't. Do you really have to bench one of these guys? Gibbs is the one that's telling me to bench, but I do not want to do that. I think you got to bench Mike Evans, Jocelyn. Yeah. Oscar says the same thing. This is a tough question. Holy, this is a really good one to end on here. Oscar says the same thing. Sit Evans. I think that's where I'm at too. I can't get rid of the Gibbs touches like that. I got to sit Evans as well. Myers or Keenan Allen. I think I just answered that one. Keenan Allen. Or no. What the hell am I talking about? Did I not say? I think I'm losing my mind now. 90 minutes strong. I start getting a little weary. Myers. Oscar Blackenberg. Rest of season lottery ticket. Wide receiver Leggett or Christian Watson. Leggett. 100% Leggett. That's your lottery. I'm pretty good spot to win, so I feel I have a chance to win. Should do it. Do it. Shoot the shot. I'd love to hear it. Come back next weekend. Let me know how it goes. If you got the win, I want to hear if you got the win. Jocelyn, thank you. Thank you for tapping in. Last one. Yo, bro, in PPR, should I start Akers or Michael Wilson, or should I start both and sit Ramondre? MD, HD, HD, HD. Enjoy your day. Have a great Sunday. And bench Ramondre.